Welcome to 93.7 The Fox, Charlotte's biggest radio station. I'm Chris Verma alongside Sam Durham and William Batten. And today we're going to do our way too early predictions for the 2025 NBA playoffs. I'll start with you, Sam. What are your expectations for the regular season and moving forward into the postseason?
Regular season, I think that the East and West are actually going to stay pretty similar to how they did last season. I think that the Oklahoma City Thunder and Boston Celtics will both possess the best records in their respective conferences. I think that Dallas could do a little bit better in the regular season than they did last year. I would expect the top three finish. You also got to include the Nuggets there. As for the East, you got to go with the New York Knicks. Tom Thibodeau's dream and Mikal Bridges was a slight overpay, but for this season it's going to be in full effect, especially since his durability with that rotation. He's going to be able to play all 82 games if he stays healthy. And then we're talking about maybe that third team. It's a little interesting. Is it the Bucks with Doc Rivers? Is it the Sixers? I don't really know.
I believe in the Western Conference. I think that the West is obviously loaded as always, but I'm going to start with the East as it's going to be more intriguing. I believe that the Celtics are obviously the odds-on favorite. I do believe that the Bucks could make a run as per usual. But going on to the Western Conference, I'm going to predict a dark horse, actually. I think that Zion Williamson will be losing some weight this offseason. I think that he will be hitting the gym. Well, not really the gym, just the treadmill more specifically. I think that Zion will be on the treadmill. I believe that he will be moving at a fast speed. And I believe that the Pelicans will be a sneaky dark horse with the addition of DeJounte Murray. And Brandon Ingram is still on the team as of today, July 9th, 10th. 2024, but CJ McCollum obviously going to stick around. But I do believe that the Pelicans will be a solid dark horse contender.
I disagree with that. The odds of Zion getting in shape are like the odds of the White Sox finishing above 500 at this point in the season. I hate to switch sports, but it's just not going to happen. You can't kill a dead horse.
And you bring up the Brandon Ingram. I think that's very intriguing to me because there have been a lot of teams very interested in Brandon Ingram. I've heard the San Antonio Spurs, the Charlotte Hornets, from several sources are looking to find a trade for Brandon Ingram. Maybe not the Charlotte Hornets anymore after they re-signed Miles Bridges. But we have a caller from the Santa Monica Pier. His name is Nicholas Bear. Hi, Nick.
Hi, fellas. We're live watching Declan Ney and Antonio Brown perform live on a concert. But I know you guys are speaking about the NBA. I want to talk about some two under-the-radar teams who have just been bouncing around the play-in the past couple years, the Houston Rockets and the Atlanta Hawks, two teams that are decent, but they're nothing special. What can they do to be a contender in both of their conferences, respectively?
Sign Kai Jones.
I think the Atlanta Hawks are nowhere near that. Whatever the Falcons had when they had Michael Penix and they drafted him, whatever they did there, they just sort of, they must have given them whatever they were on. I'm not trying to be like that, but both the Atlanta teams making very questionable decisions. You're drafting Risa Shea. This is the worst class to get the number one pick, and you still drafted not the number one best player. I don't really know what to say there.
Personally, at least from my takes on the whole draft class this season, I think Stephon Castle is the most promising player from the draft class. I think the Hawks, like you said, getting number one was kind of unlucky in a way, although it was percentage-wise very lucky for Atlanta to get the first pick. And I don't know what they're going to do with Trae Young. They just moved DeJounte Murray for a bag of potato chips. And Trae Young being available on the market, everyone always says the Lakers, but of course everyone's linked to the Lakers somehow. They never get them because Pelinka doesn't do much. But Trae Young, I don't know how his time in Atlanta is running up.
And I don't know who's going to replace DeJounte in that starting lineup. Michael Penix is going to have a lot of free time, so maybe he can go play for them.
I could see that, but also I could see the man with infinity money. I could see the rapper / hooper, the man who can really just do it all, an influencer. I believe that Kai Jones can do whatever he puts his mind to. In his words, he's better than Michael Jordan, and I'm not going to tell him that he's wrong.
Probably a better chance of that than Zion getting in shape.
Well, we may have infinity money, but we don't have infinity time. So I will say today's show is sponsored by Major League Wiffle Ball. Catch a game this summer at a stadium near you.